from the News Channel 5 Network. This is Score on Business.
Hey, welcome to Score on Business. I'm Pete Hendricks, your host for today, a serial entrepreneur and a volunteer with Score. So a lot of folks are not sure exactly how to get started when they want to start a business. Score is a wonderful organization. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but we're going to get to our first guest. Cheryl Farrar is the founder of White Fawn Farm. They are a nonprofit focused on enriching the lives of families dealing with disabilities and other life challenges through personalized equine therapeutic programs. The word for equine refers to horses, which she's been involved with since she was 8. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Cheryl, so what is equine therapy and how's it helpful?
It is a therapy using horses for people with special needs. Mm-hmm. And our program is starting with horseback riding.
Okay. And how is that? What are the kind of folks that benefit?
It's usually people with either physical disabilities, emotional challenges, life challenges, could be illnesses, could be traumatic situations in their life, could be economic. We really have an open door for any age group or condition, but we do require that they have a medical release to make sure that it's suitable for them as an outlet.
So I know that equine therapy has been very well accepted in the medical and mental health community. What is it about horses that makes it work?
One of the benefits of horseback riding in particular for people who have balance issues or can't walk themselves, it gives them a sense of freedom and independence. It helps them balance. It helps them cognitively. And in group sessions, it's also a social aspect that's very beneficial for a lot of these individuals that might feel isolated because of whatever their special need happens to be.
Right. Okay. And so you have groups out there?
We do. We give group lessons. So we give lessons, we give private lessons, but for the most part we can take up to 4 people in a class with 4 horses and 1 instructor.
Okay, and PTSD is one of the things that it can be used for, right?
Absolutely. We haven't started yet with a veterans program, but we would love to because we know that it's a terrific outlet for them. And there's some special requirements that we would have to attain before we could go into that kind of work, but we would love to. It's part of our charter.
You know, people with veterans, usually it's PTSD, which of course can happen to non-veterans as well.
It's also amputees, so that's where the carriage driving would come in. So we haven't started that yet because we, again, need our credentials. We're associated with a professional organization called PATH International. That stands for Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship. They provide all the credentials for us, the training to make sure our program is safe. And they require that we have some certified instructors before we can offer that program, but it is our plan to do so.
And horses could be kind of empathetic, can't they?
They're very empathetic. They pick up on so many things. My husband would often say, "You're in a bad mood, maybe you should go ride a horse." And I said, "I don't feel like riding a horse." And he'd say, "I'm getting the horse ready." And I would just go out there and I would feel better. And just the grooming process is very soothing and restorative for the individuals, the connection that they have with the animal and how the animal reacts to them. It's just, it's really precious. They are, horses are such special creatures.
Right. And so a fair amount of the kind of the magic, if you will, with equine therapy is that the horses are empathetic and they give back, if you will.
They do, and it's unusual. One of the horses that we're using is my main riding horse, and I drive him in a carriage. And we had run out of horses because we were attracting older individuals because they age out of other programs that are in the community. And this one rider had fallen, is getting off the horse and kind of slid under the horse, and he just stood there and he was so quiet, so gentle. He knew that this individual needed protection, and he just stood still.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really a special moment.
Yes. So, what needs do you have as you are growing your program?
Well, we've only been in business about a year. We're just going to celebrate December 3rd, our first anniversary, first full year. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, we're attracting larger individuals than we expected. And we did have a large horse, but unfortunately he passed away.
Right.
So it's very challenging to find a horse that's suitable for the program.
Oh,
we are very
yeah.
selective, very careful, and so that's our most urgent need right now, is another horse or two that are large enough
Right.
to hold adults. When we got into this, we thought we'd be dealing with children.
So you got ponies, yeah.
Well, I already had horses, and they were
Okay.
small.
Yeah,
so
okay.
the boys that are 200 pounds, 6'3", 2,
Right.
doesn't work. So I had to improvise a bit and borrowed a very dear friend's wonderful horse that we're using right now to fill that need.
But you're also on the lookout for one, because even with horses being awesome, there's still a certain personality you're looking for.
And they have to fit with the herd. You know, there's
Yeah.
the whole dynamic of how the horses
Oh,
interact
yeah.
with one another, and so there's that.
Okay, well, maybe we'll take a break for a second, and we'll come back. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment.